Nice to see you, Andy.
Yep, we'll see you later on, Meg.
Great.
All right. Oops, I accidentally removed Meg. Mr. Lockwood, can you hear me? Mr. Lockwood, can you unmute your mic?
Okay.
All right.
All right, good afternoon.
Hi.
Okay. This is file 23798LT. It's entitled Vernon and Ellen Castle versus Gary Lockwood. Mr. Lockwood, who's there with you?
Blank Heather Leffler.
Your girlfriend?
Who's that? Heather Leffler? She lives there also?
Yeah, she's here. Yeah, she lives here.
All right. This is your Uncle Vernon's house, and he wants you to move out.
Right.
It's on 131.
Yeah.
And Mr. Robert Dutka is here on behalf of the landlord, who happens to be your uncle.
Right.
And let me advise you what your rights are. So, all right, just a moment. As a defendant in a landlord-tenant proceeding, including termination of tenancy, which is what this is, you have the following legal rights. You have the right to obtain counsel for representation in this matter. If you cannot afford an attorney, a legal aid attorney may be available to help you. And she was here, but I accidentally removed her. You have a right to a trial by a jury or by the court. If the action is for non-payment of rent, which this isn't, it would go in a different direction. If the plaintiff is agreeable, the Citizens Mediation Services, Inc. may be available as a possible source of case resolution. If both parties are interested, the court can help set it up. If the plaintiff, or excuse me, if you do reach an agreement with the plaintiff and a consent judgment is entered by the court, you would waive the rights listed above but have the following additional rights. The judgment may not be enforced until 3 business days had passed. You could move to set aside the judgment within those 3 days if you misunderstood what you consented to, what you were waiving. Your motion to set aside the judgment would be set for a landlord-tenant hearing in front of the judge. But if the judge, namely me, did not find in your favor, the original judgment would stand. Mr. Robert Dutka is here on behalf of the plaintiff, as I indicated. This is filed as a termination of tenancy. The notice to quit was back in April. What's your position, Mr. Lockwood?
I'm very confused. Sorry.
Okay.
Why?
Why?
Because I've never had a lease at all. He got me this place because I was working with him at another house, going through a divorce, having a hard time. And he was actually helping me out. I didn't understand why we were having to go to court and all this, because he could have talked a few times. And
All right, well, he wants you to move, and he's
Different,
asked you
it's
to
weird.
move since April.
right.
So what's your
He
position?
was giving us a runaround about how much he was selling the house for.
I want to pay him. As soon as I get money to pay him, I'm going to catch everything up to him. I don't know.
He's not asking you to pay any money. He's just asking you to
No,
move
but I
out.
Yeah,
offered
but
to
for me,
buy-
it's like a
I
weird thing.
offered to,
So I was just put here to get in trouble or something? Like people just put me here to get me in trouble? Because that's what he did. I had no lease agreement with him.
All right, well, do you pay any rent?
No.
he has been though. He has been.
I mean,
They
I
gave
did.
his
I
uncle
worked
his
for
full
him. I
check.
worked for him.
All right,
a little
all
bit.
right, all right. You have no lease, you don't pay rent, and he wants you to move. So this is the process you use to do that. So in the old days, you'd have 10 days to move or you'd be subject to being evicted. Now, you and your brother just got in a big fight. Was that at this house or was that someplace
sir.
else?
I was here. I was here. He hit me with the dresser
right.
door. back of the head.
Well, he wants you to
It wasn't much of
move.
a fight, considering
You were walking.
I was
away.
walking away from him, sir.
Okay, well, I don't know what's confusing about this. You're living there. It's not your house. You don't own it. You're not paying rent. And he wants you to
Yeah, but
move
he put
away.
me here. I don't understand why he.
All right,
could put
well,
me
he
like
doesn't
that.
want you there anymore.
Well, it's
So
not
we're
his
gonna-
decision, right?
I'm buying the place. He can't, he's.
That's what we're getting at right here. Whose decision is it?
Well, it'll be mine in 10 days. I'm gonna continue this
Okay,
until
I'll be out here 10 days.
July 10th at 2:15. Now, Miss
I'll be out
Laffer,
of
can
here
you hear me?
I got you. Yeah. Yeah,
All
sorry.
right, now, I guess if you agree to sell it, but
But you want me
he
to sell it?
doesn't want you as a tenant. He wants you to move out. Maybe he can sell it to somebody that can actually buy it. I don't know. I know he's your uncle. I know he helped you in the past.
It's a real weird
But-
thing.
He's hired a lawyer to put you in a circumstance to move. He told you back in April, he wanted you to move.
I have morals.
and
I
haven't
believe in
moved.
moral
What?
science. Sir. Remember that.
Babe.
What's that?
I believe in moral science, sir. Remember that.
Well, okay.
We're not gonna have to move quicker, you dumbass.
It's okay. I'm just saying. I'm getting out of
Okay.
this. house. I don't have. I don't
All
have
right.
that. I'll be out
Well,
here.
for both of you, you're obviously struggling.
I'm not struggling at all, sir.
Well, you're about to be homeless.
About to be fixed.
On July 10th, if he gets what he asked for, you're gonna have 10 more days to move.
I'm
so
gonna
you
get
should-
Get it.
Prepare to move by July 20th.
Okay.
All right, I'll see you next week, July 10th at 2:15.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you, Your Honor.
well, I know that kid since he was in school. I knew both of his parents. He's got his wrestling shirt on. That was his high point of his life, but his uncle, that's his mother's brother,
Yeah.
apparently no longer wants him as a tenant. And he obviously disagrees. I think there are some other things going on here. They both got arrested for assaulting each other, and I'm not sure what the status of it is, but
Yeah, him and his brother. That's my understanding.
all right, well, that'll give us something to look forward to next Monday at 2:15. I'm impressed that you're even in the office today. You should have taken this day off.
I should have. There was this case that
Well, you're
was,
self-employed. I don't know why you didn't take it off, but you can take the rest of the day off. How's that?
I'm gonna try. Yep.
All right, thank you. I'll see you next week.
All righty. Thanks.